Greetings, sire. Your stronghold awaits you. No, really, it does. Stronghold Definitive Edition has officially launched on Steam, and it's been amazing to see so many of you returning to the realm and conquering the lands of your enemies once more. Or perhaps this is your first time delving into this medieval world of knights and lords. Maybe the rat is running amok and tearing down your towers, maybe bandits are bamboozling your troops. Well, have no fear. Welcome to the first episode of our new series, Stronghold Strategies, offering helpful tips and tricks for planning your perfect strongholds and sieges. Wow, that was a mouthful. In today's episode, we'll be looking at castle construction from the inside out, from placing your keep and building defenses, to mastering your economy and watching your army grow. Let's get started. Designing a secure, defensible castle starts early on, with the all-important placement of your keep. Take a look at your landscape and see if there are any spots with natural defenses that you can take advantage of, like cliffs or rivers. These can be bracketed by walls or towers later on. Your enemy's troops may be tough, but rock climbing isn't in their job description.
How do we get there?
Alternatively, look for any high up spaces like hills or mountains that could hold your keep and make the trek more difficult for invaders. As we all know, having the high ground can turn the tide of any war.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
You'll also want to check that there are trees and boulders nearby to maximize efficiency when collecting those crucial starting materials.
Wood needed, stone needed.
Place your keep and granary and you're ready to go. Next on the list is establishing your economy using production buildings and farms. Woodcutters are essential. Place as many as your economy allows at the start of the game to quickly increase your wood stocks and then move on to stone quarries. For early food production, hunters' posts are a good choice if there are deer on the map. Dairy farms and apple orchards are the next best thing, especially since cows can be used for leather armor later, but keep in mind that orchards can only be placed at sea level.
Apple farms must be placed on the valley floor.
Starting wheat fields now is useful in the long run, but bread production takes the longest, so manage your rations carefully in the meantime. Stockpiles cost nothing to build, so place a few more adjacent to your starting stockpile. Keep buildings close to the stockpile and granary for speedier processing where possible, but leave enough clear space for your workers to take the shortest route back. As we saw in the free build gameplay video, Aaron's patented one of everything technique has shown to be a surprisingly successful path to victory.
I can't believe I've survived that.
So if you're looking to follow in the footsteps of the best Stronghold free build player of all time 2023, now you can. Place a market to sell goods for gold, and make sure you're monitoring your peasants' taxes. Balancing popularity, rations, and taxation can be tricky, so check the scribe's reports and the popularity arrow frequently to keep track. With your keep sighted and peasants hard at work, now it's time to plan your stronghold structure. Assess where your towers and gatehouses could sit, and how the walls would connect them. Do you want a square-shaped castle? Circular? Some sort of multi-tiered maze-like fortress of doom? Use open spaces to your advantage and be sure to protect your lord and any costly buildings first and foremost. But take heed, sire! The bigger your castle is, the more materials you'll need and the longer it may take to construct, so plan your layout and your time wisely. Also, make sure there are no gaps in your walls after you place them. Otherwise, well, you can guess what'll happen.
They're in the walls!
Using the flatten map option can help here. Hold right click and drag the mouse downwards to flatten your map and you'll be able to see the outlines of your walls, towers and other constructions at ground level. Now you can easily spot any holes in your fortifications and patch them up. No more sneaky intruders. Your magnificent fortress is underway. The next step? Forming your fearsome army. Get some workshops on the go. Fletchers and Poltoners are good to start with, and choose a spare plot of land nearby for your armory. You'll want to find some iron deposits and start mining for metal too. Set up your barracks to recruit some archers and spearmen. Archers are most important here, since they're cheap to make and provide a strong perimeter defense around your castle with minimum risk. You can use assembly points, also called rally points, to send your units to a specific location after you recruit them. This can make dividing your forces a lot easier. Build blacksmiths, tanners, and armorers for hardier units and dispatch your loyal troops around your castle. Keep a lookout for signposts while you do this, as they will be the starting point for enemy invasions. Also, if you've got time and peasants to spare, see if there are any marshlands around and place some pitch rakes while you prepare your men for battle. We'll tell you why in a little while. Your castle isn't just a stoic bastion waiting to be besieged, it is also the home of your hard-working subjects. If, like myself, you're a fan of decorations and little details, there are a few features you can use to give your domain a more welcoming atmosphere. Or, make your peasants so terrified to stop working that your stockpile fills even faster. We won't judge. Placing amusements like maypoles, dancing bears, or gardens will make your workers a little slower, but will increase your popularity amongst the populace. There are even flags to put atop your towers, keeps, gates, and walls to give them a personal touch. Then there's the gallows, cesspits, stakes, chopping blocks, things that won't make you very popular, but will have your peasants working overtime to please you. It's a tough job being a lord, but somebody's gotta do it. Whatever your aesthetic, Stronghold has you covered. So you've got your stronghold, your resources, and your army. No one's going to be taking your castle in a hurry, but we do have a few extra tips for making your fortress the fiercest of them all. If you really want to have a ranged edge on your opponents, put down an engineers guild and recruit some engineers to your cause. Follow up with some ballistae or mangonels on your larger towers and send your engineers to man them. Now that's much more intimidating. Take some of your units aside, probably the spearmen, let's be real here, and have them dig a moat around your castle. Moats stop your enemies from reaching the walls right away and give your archers time to pepper them with arrows from afar. Don't forget to add a drawbridge so your units can get back in though. If you've got an excess of wood, killing pits are a good way of tripping up your opponent's forces. Simple, cheap, and effective, these pits swiftly take out enemy units who stray a bit too close. And finally, the piece de resistance. Remember that pitch you've been harvesting quietly in the background? Use it to craft pitch ditches around your keep and surrounding walls. We recommend making your ditches at least 2 to 3 squares thick in whichever layout you want. Now put some braziers on the walls, gather your archers, and watch the chaos unfold. Look, creating the perfect stronghold is no easy feat, and there are many ways to craft your ideal castle, but we hope this guide has given you some helpful tips for building, expanding, and defending your kingdom. If you have any clever construction tips that have been key in your Stronghold victories, be sure to share them in the comments below. You can pick up Stronghold Definitive Edition right now via the Steam store, and be sure to stay tuned right here on YouTube for more DE content and future updates.